What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on? I'm live in Atlanta, Georgia. What's up, everybody? This is yours truly. The Credit Doctor is here, and I'm live in Atlanta, Georgia. What's going on, everybody? As you can see, I'm in my hotel room. I'm here live in Atlanta, Georgia. So I want to welcome you to the live credit show. What's going on, Sheila? What's going on? Hello again to everybody, and hopefully you've had a great day. Mr. Banks, thank you for joining me. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm here live in Atlanta. You can certainly see the background. This is just the hotel back here. So this is a wonderful room in the bay and all of that good stuff. And so I wanted to come on tonight. It's going to be live, and we're going to have a great time. What's going on, David? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? All right, praise him, Jeremy, Uncle Jeremy. Thank you so much to Jeremy. Thank you so much for making sure that your boy is okay, here in Atlanta. Thank you so much. I'm going to say, Ram, thank you, Ram, for joining me. What's going on? Shasta, what's going on? Oh, great things are happening for you. Thank you so much. So I am live here in Atlanta, Georgia. I try to do my best with the lighting, but I had to manipulate. You can't see it, but I had to pull some lamps and all of that good stuff. But nevertheless, everything is good. So thank you so much for joining me, and certainly to all of you all tonight. I want to get right into the show on tonight because I've had some exciting things to happen. Thank you so much. Hello, my friend Miller. All right, thank you. I want to mess up all those names, but so I'm gonna just grab the one I can say, Miller. All right, now wait a minute. Lisa's in the house. What's going on? Lisa's in the house. We're live on Facebook and we're live on Instagram. Not Instagram, but we did promotion on Instagram. But we're live on YouTube and we're live on Facebook. All right. So thank you so much for joining me. I want all those hearts and those loves, and certainly comment on the video tonight. Of course, the month of June is all about home buying. And so I'm super excited. I got a live testimony that I'm going to play for you on tonight. All right, now there go my boy Corey, representing Charlotte, North Carolina, is in the house. We got North Carolina, we've got Alabama, we've got different other places, and certainly here in Atlanta. Shout out to everybody here in Atlanta. I've been here a few days, and certainly to everybody that's allowing me just taking good care of me. And certainly to Regina Oliver. She's the one of the hardest working ladies I know. Thank you so much for the accommodations and all of the things that you did for your brother. I appreciate everything. And again, to Jeremy for making sure that I had everything. They took me around. We got some lunch and late dinner and all that good stuff. Shout out to everybody. Houston in the house. You know what? Houston is off the hook. And I will tell you this, I'm going to do something special for Houston. So I do want to say, Houston, thank you so much. All the clients there, all the people that patronize Exceptional Credit Repair LLC. Thank you so much for that. But tonight is going to be a super show. If you have a question, make sure that you ask on tonight. It is going to be really, really good. And I just want to say thank you. The business has been really, really booming. I know we're still dealing with the pandemic. You can't see it, but CNN is on the big screen and all of this stuff. This is a big old hotel, big room and all that good stuff. And I got the other stuff over there. So, all right, I can't show y'all everything. But I like the little window and all of that. You can see I'm in the Atlanta area doing my live credit show. So thank you so much. Thank you for everybody checking on me here. So again, thank you, Houston. Thank you. I just want to say thank you to Houston, Texas, Dallas, Texas, and certainly to Atlanta, where else? California. Thank you, California. Thank you so much, Arlena Edmond, Miss Edmond. Thank you. She's traveling back, so we can meet on tomorrow. She's in this Atlanta area too. So thank you so much. I just want to give out my shout outs. What's going on, my friend? All right, Blake. What's up, man? What's up? Thank you for joining me. So if this is your first time joining my live credit show, welcome to everybody. This is the show that gives you informative information about credit and about finances. Credit and finances. All right. It's one thing to look good and have bad credit, but if you look good, you want good credit. This is all about any credit question. Any credit question. That's what my Facebook page is all about. Nothing more, nothing less. It's all about credit and finance. If I can do anything to help you, most certainly I'm going to do that. So thank you so much. Tonight's topic, I want to dive right into it. And then I'm going to make a special announcement that I'm going to just release tonight that I've been holding for a little while. But tonight's show is, do you want a 700 credit score? I didn't type this part in and have the production put it in, but it's also, do you want a 700 credit score, but also even higher? There are many people that are really on the road to get a 780, to get a 790, to get even 800s. Even if you're in the 800s, that is obtainable. It is very possible. So there are certain things. Thank you so much, Blake. There are certain things that you can do to get in that 700 club. Now, that 700 club is a very strategic place because of setting the bar, to keep climbing higher. You want to set the bar where it is realistic and you want to go above and beyond. That's what I really want everybody to get. Wonderful. All right, my friend. So you want to go above and beyond. Please do not shoot just for 600 or 620 or 650. That is my recommendation as a credit expert and a credit analyst. I've been in the business for 28 years dealing with credit and finances. And I also do personal credit as well as business credit. With personal credit, you get a 3-digit score. And with business credit, you normally get a 2-digit score. And there are more particular avenues that are checking business credit, such as Dun & Bradstreet, but also Equifax and Experian. Equifax and Experian is in the game. All right. So you want to be aware of that. And also, I help you build your credit profile. And so when you're talking about credit, and I'm going to try to keep this show tonight, hint, I'm going to try to do it in at least 30 to 45 minutes. I'm going to see if I can do that. But nevertheless, when you're talking about, getting into the 700 club, it is very, very important because all the month of June, the whole month of June, we're talking about home buying. The whole month of June, we're talking about home buying, and you want to get that great interest rate. So you need helpful hints and tools and things that is just going to get you to the place that you want to be. And so also that is my book. It's live on Amazon.com. If you want to, some people have, they have the wherewithal. They want to try to take a stab at, maybe you want to just send out your own dispute letters. Maybe you want to talk to the credit bureau yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. Maybe, hey, you have the time because of the pandemic and different things of that nature. What's going on? Unified. All right. Undignified praise. I like that. I was seeing this right here. What's going on? Welcome. Mrs. Godiva. All right now. So, the book is on Amazon.com. You want to go to Amazon. It's on the same platform as I said earlier today. It's on the same platform as Oprah, which Amazon is big business. And shout out to everybody that has a copy of the book. You that don't have a copy of the book, shame on you. Shame on you. All right. So thank you so much for patronizing my business and my book. That's my passion and my love. But tonight I want to talk about, do you want? That's the question that I want to say to you. Do you want a high credit score, and to be in the 700 club and to be able to stay there. I don't want you to be able to, as some people say, get your credit fixed and then it goes back down to 400. Get your credit fixed and then you go back to 600. You want to get that credit fixed. You want a very lucrative credit profile. You want money in the bank, savings in the bank, but you also want an outstanding, exceptional credit profile. And the profile consists of everything that's on your credit report. And I'm talking about your names, your addresses, all the accounts that's on your credit report. And please, everybody hear me really good. Please check your public record. When you deal with Credit Karma, which is a real score, it's just not a FICO score, but it is a real score. When you check your credit report, you want to make sure that you go down to the probably the lower part, not towards the end, but once you go on Credit Karma, it'll say public record. And so make sure it is 0. And if it's not 0, then you have some items or some particular accounts that we need to dispute. My particular disputing process starts at $300. It's a flat fee of $300, which is very reasonable. There are many people out there that overpromise and underdeliver, that do not even do what I do. They're not licensed. They're not even really in it to help the people. For whatever reason, and that's them. But I know my price is very, very fair. I made it fair and I made it very affordable. All right. Greetings. All right. BJ, you back with me. Thank you so much. What's going on, my friend? Yes, thank you. I love that picture, by the way. Sheila, thank you so much. Yes, so we're on Tuesday nights on Facebook and YouTube at 9 p.m. So listen, when you're getting ready to fix that credit score, you have to have discipline. That's the first thing. You have to have discipline. Credit restoration is not an overnight process. And I have a real live example. I'm going to let you hear a message of one of my clients that just got approved, not just pre-approved, but she was approved for $370,000 to buy her home. And she, just like many people, and I get it, when you first start, because you want to be able to connect with that person that's going to tell you the truth and help you fix the things that's out of control and fix the things that are wrong and fix all those things, to help you get a very lucrative credit profile so you can qualify, not just for the 620, not just for the 650, but you want to get into that 700 club. Now, I got a real live proof. So I got something for y'all tonight, something for you. All right. So I'm in Georgia. So I'm going to be saying something for you. All right. So at the end of the day, I'm going to play it and I'm going to let you hear it. I'm going to play it in just a few moments. But the first thing that I want to tell you, you have to have discipline. Discipline that means you have to have a purpose and a strategy. The 2 P's, purpose and strategy. You have to purposely, on purpose, mean that, hey, I'm getting out of this apartment. Nothing wrong with it, because I've lived in some nice ones. I've lived in some condos. I've lived in townhomes. So there's nothing wrong with that. And if you desire to not get a house, it's fine. You still want to have that 700 score higher, 700 plus. I'm going to just say it like that, 700 plus. So then you can get that particular apartment or condo that you want, and you don't have to make first, last, and a deposit. First month rent, last, and a deposit. You don't want to have to come up with all that money, because you all know, and I'm going to say it plainly like this, moving is a headache. And when you have to move, especially if you're relocating from state to state or just on the other side of town, that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Y'all feeling me? Because you know how that is when you got to move. This is the pandemic. A lot of people, matter of fact, a lot of moving companies are leaving their business cards on people's door, because they know that people, either you're going to pay the rent or they're going to kick you out. And let me say this right now to all of you landlords, all of you, and this is going to cut you like a two-edged sword. All of you companies, all of you landlords that are taking advantage of people, and you have no empathy or sympathy for people or no human compassion, shame on you. And I promise you, this is going to happen. I don't care how big your company is. I don't care how insignificant you think that tenant is. Whatever you sow on somebody, you definitely going to reap it. Now, I just said something right there. Whatever you sow on somebody, you stop treating people. I'm a businessman myself, but I'm telling you, I am witnessing a lot of people that are in charge, and they are taking advantage of people's hard times, and you don't want to do that. Shame on you if you're a landlord or if you're an apartment company or whatever the case may be. I know they might have had some hiccups or never had any hiccups, but be very careful of how you treat your everyday brother and sister. Be very careful of that, because it is a dangerous thing to take advantage or to laugh, as the old people would say, in somebody's demise or downfall. You don't ever want to be a part of that, because the ditch you dig for them, let me tell you something. The ditch you dig for them and the way you talk about them in the back office, that same type of debauchery can hit you and your family. So it behooves you to make sure that you do not take advantage of people when they're going through this pandemic. The numbers are rising with the COVID, the COVID disease and or infection or whatever you call it. And, and it's just heartbreaking. So sometimes, things happen. We didn't believe, well, I believed it, but a lot of people didn't believe that the whole country can shut down. Some people, kept sneaking out and all of that kind of thing. But at the end of the day, I really want to say that. And if you got offended by it, shame on you and good. That's who I was talking to. What's up, Mr. Walker? What's going on? What's going on? That's Mr. Walker. That's my top model there. All right. And he's got some merchandise and stuff coming too, because I'm going to have him on the show. So, oh yeah, there go my boy. There go my boy in the house. All right. Lewis, what's going on, man? What's going on? I'm live in Atlanta, Georgia. We're going to have him and my boy Eric back, and we're going to wrap this thing up for the month of June about home buying. All right. So really, really be careful. Landlords, business people, companies. I know it might not mean anything, but if you ever see this show and you see this particular broadcast, you want to be I want to just continue to say, be very careful. I know people owe me money. People have owed me money. No, I didn't like it, but I still, I just released it. Let the Lord take care of that, or do what he does, because at the end of the day, it is one thing when people, I know how it is to struggle. So don't look at me and say, oh, he's so blessed. Yes, I am. But also know that there is a transition. There is good times and bad times in my story. I just didn't sit in the place. I just didn't wound up with good credit. I've been just like you. I've been in all of them. I've been in the 300s. I've been in the 400s. I've been in the 500s. I plateaued in the 600s. I've been in the 700s, all the way back when I was hit by the drunk driver. I was hit many years ago by the drunk driver. And so, I had just opened a new business, had a brand new Lexus and all of that stuff. Everything was out of whack, but I needed to keep going, and the fight within me. And mind you, I had my mom, but at the time my mom was going through bone cancer. So it was only so much she could do, but I kept fighting, and eventually I came out of that. But, so I know how it is to go through, and I know how it is to have to move. Moving is not a fun thing. So getting into the 700, I just have so much to say. So getting the 700 clubs, getting into the 700 clubs requires you to have discipline. So that means you got to have purpose and you got to have plan. And so you have to make sure that don't go looking for the house first. The first thing, as we've said all month, you want to make sure that you get your credit score together. You want to make sure that you have the plan, and you're going to make sure that you budget with your bill. So you're going to make sure that you have a plan to get it fixed. You got the right source, which is my company, Exceptional Credit Repair LLC. But then you have a plan in action, and everybody in the house will follow that plan. If they don't, get them jokers up out of there. Explain the importance to your daughters. Yeah, we can't buy. We normally buy 3 or 4 shirts, but this time we're only going to buy 1. We're not able to buy you 3 shirts. We're not, because you got so many shirts in the closet. And matter of fact, there's stuff on the bed, on the floor. Pick it up, let's wash it, and do what we got to do. So you have to have everybody on your team. And that's another thing. Get you a team and get you people around you. Now, I've never personally had a whole lot of friends, but I thank God that I do have, some really good friends. And I have David, everybody know that's my buddy. And I have Jeremy, and I have a whole lot of people, that help me do what I do. And, so it's one of those things that you want to be very careful when you're getting ready to make sure that your goal is to get in the 700 and stay in the 700. All right. So you want to have a purpose. You want to have a plan, and make sure that, hey, I'm getting this house on purpose. I'm getting this house on purpose. All right. Thank you, Mr. Banks. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That's one of my clients there. I appreciate that compliment. I do everything I can to try to get you to the place that you need to be. It is no joke when you need that house. It is no joke when you need that particular condo or an apartment. It is no joke when people have been mean. They've just plain old mean, just mean and surly. That's that move from Kingdom Come. Just plain old mean and surly. All right. So sometimes, and if you like me, how many are like me? I don't like living with a whole bunch of people. You know, if it's your boo, fine. If you're married, fine. You know, but you try to get married if you can. All right. So at the end of the day, but you know, I don't like a bunch of roommates and all of that stuff. I might can take one, but for the most part, I'm a very private person. So I don't want a bunch of people in my business. And even if you have family members, or if your daughter has grown up, but they moved back in, her and the husband, now she got the husband and the kids and everybody, you still need your own space. And so it's almost like Popeye the Sailor Man when he said, I want me own, me own, me own. All right. Everybody needs their own. And that's why I appreciate couples that give each other breathing room. Now, I just gave somebody some good relationship advice right there. That's good wisdom and good one-on-one counsel. Good one-on-one counsel. All right. You need your own. Stop trying to smother that boy and stop trying to smother that girl. You knew they was good looking when you met them. So if they for you, they for you. Just because you see somebody that's nice looking like your boo don't mean that you're going to quit your boo and drop them and then start fooling around and messing around. There are some people, watch this, that still have integrity. There's some people that still are committed to that individual. You know, I don't want, now if you cheat on me, I'm out, and I better not find out about it. So, but that ain't gonna happen. So at the end, it could, but it ain't, because I'm gonna make sure it ain't. All right. So at the end of the day, you want to have purpose. You want to have a plan. Now, the reason why I chose this particular topic tonight, because the first thing that you want to do is evaluate that credit report. I'm going to do that with you, just like I had people to sign up today. Shout out to all my new clients that sign up today. Thank you so much. I've been so busy, even in Atlanta. It just seemed like it's almost time for me to go, and I just got here. All right. So you got to have purpose and plan. What's going on, Mr. Fletcher? You know I rocks with you. You know I rocks with you from day one. All right. He's been with my show from day one, and I appreciate you. Even if we don't talk every day, or if we never say something on a regular basis, man, know that I appreciate you in 2018, in 2019, and we're still rocking together in 2020. Thank you so much for that. All right. So once you get to a place where you got the purpose and the plan, you're going to look at that credit report, and a lot of you do not know that if I'm going to take myself for an example. My name is Casasello. It is Cosasello. So you can see that on the screen. Okay. So it's Cosasello. Make sure you get it right, especially if you're giving me a check, and it better be good. All right. So at the end of the day, but when I looked over the years with the credit report, a lot of times they'll spell my name C-O-N, or they'll say C-O-N-W-E-L-L-O. Well, that's not my name. This is how the law works. It has to be correct 100%. It can't be a lot of variations and all of those AKA, and they will put those AKAs on your credit report. So it is problematic when you're getting ready to apply for credit. So you don't want to have to go through all of those hurdles and hoops and different things of that nature. So it has to be disputed. Let me tell you this, the credit bureau just doesn't automatically all the time. Lord, if I hear that one more time, well, it's going to fall off after 7 years. That doesn't mean in your case, some cases it does fall off, but I'm telling you, their system is flawed and it's broken many times. So it doesn't just automatically fall off. All right. So you got to be very, very proactive. You got to make sure that you work with people that's working with you. Work with the company, which is my company, Exceptional professional credit repair. So don't fight me. Don't fight the person that's working with you. You got to have that purpose and plan. And then in the plan, what we're doing is strategizing, and we're trying to eliminate all the things that's keeping your credit score from being in the 700 club. How many wants to be? How many wants to be in the 700 clubs? So this is how you get there. You got to identify every negative thing that's on your credit report. You got to write it down. Write the vision, make it plain. Write the vision. Habakkuk. All right, in the book of Habakkuk. All right, write the vision and make it plain. All right, so first, identify everything that is out of order. Some stuff, even if it is yours, but you know the balance is incorrect. That is incorrect. So it has to be removed. I was dealing with a client in Georgia with hospital bills, where yes, he did go to the hospital. Yes, they sent him a bill, but the insurance company was supposed to pay the bill. Well, what they did, instead of paying the bill, those sapsuckers, they put it on this young man's credit report. Now, some of you all might not think that this is significant and important, but it is, because I'm gonna tell you right now, what I see a lot of times is Sprint. I see T-Mobile. I see not Cricket, because that's prepaid, all that stuff. But and some of y'all need to get Cricket, because I'm gonna tell you right now, ain't nothing wrong with a good Cricket, because at least you already know you don't have to deal with nobody checking your credit, yada yada yada. All right, so do things that's gonna benefit you, so you won't wound up in the same habitual cycle. You want to get ahead so you can get into that 700 club. Sheila, if you don't mind, put the 700 club, the 700 club, the credit 700 club, credit 700 club. All right. All right. You got to make sure that you have that plan, and we identify. Anytime you go to the doctor, he should give you a diagnosis. And then after he diagnosed, that's what they call me, the credit doctor. So I'm going to diagnose what is wrong with the credit report, what we need to do, get the strategy, which is the plan. And then after we get the plan, then I'm going to give you the prognosis. Now, sometimes the prognosis is not what you want to hear, because most people want to hear this. It can be fixed in 10 to 15 days. That's how a lot of those YouTubers and social media, hey, I can get it off in 30 days. Hey, I can get it off in 10 days. That'll never happen. It is not a cookie cutter method for everybody. It takes time. It takes discipline. Don't run a race looking over to the left or to the right like you tweet. I looked over to the left. I looked over to the right. All right. So you ain't tweet. You keep looking straight. Look to the hills. Psalms 121. Look to the hills from which cometh your help, and all your help coming from the Lord. All right. So don't be looking to the left or to the right. You've got to keep going forward. All right. So you've identified what the problem. Mr. Elwood, you walking crazy. All right. So write the vision, make it plain. And so you got to identify what the problem is. And so once you do that, then what we do is we eliminate those things that are bringing your credit score down. So you got discipline, you got purpose, you got a plan. Now, here's the thing. You got to control. Lord have mercy. I've been waiting all day to say this. You must control your spending habits. A lot of you all are not controlling the spending habits. So tonight, what I suggest you do is go, Sheila, please put this down, and everybody kind of type it for me. If everybody in the room right now that's watching the show all across the country, if you see this in the morning, even though it's dark outside here in Atlanta, Georgia, I want to say good morning, but you need a credit diet. All right. You need a credit diet. You need a credit diet, because your spending is out of control. Control your spending habits. You must, I'm telling you, if you ever want to get in the 700 club and stay there and not be on that seesaw, 1 minute it's up, 1 minute it's down. It's like that old Pentecostal song. 1 minute you're up, 1 minute you're level to the ground. All right. Or whatever. I can't remember. If I sang it, then I can get the words right. All right. But you want want to control your spending habits. You do not have to buy everything. Just because you're out of town, Casacello, don't mean you got to go to Bloomingdale's or some of them other stores and buy this, because you don't need nothing else added to your wardrobe. So you don't need to be running around shopping. You don't need to be trying to get another diamond ring. You already got diamonds. You already got this, that, and the other. Come on, you all. You don't need another fly shirt to impress people. And who are you trying to impress anyway? The half of the people that you're trying to impress don't even like you. You trying to impress people that don't even like you. And I'm gonna tell you another thing is too, I don't roll with people that are not Team Casacello. I cut them suckers off. I cut them off. If they are not for me, then fine. If you like me, then I like you. But if you don't like me, it's no need for me sitting there trying to convince you that this is a party already going on. So you need to have that credit diet. And I'm gonna say this: the credit diet is spiritually, mentally, and financially. The credit diet. This is what I want to. I've been waiting all day to say this. The credit diet. This is huge. If you ever want to stay in that 700 club, you need to make sure tonight, start tonight, not tomorrow. Tomorrow, give my life. You want to do the credit diet tonight. Start it tonight for 30 days. Today is what? This is the 16th. All right. So the 16th to July the 16th, I want to see the significant changes. I don't want you to just have just regular change. The credit diet. That means I want to get beyond where I normally, land up at. I want to get beyond the place that I normally, get into. So if you're trying to get above and beyond, because just like this young man right here I had a chance to go to his barbershop and salon. It is absolutely beautiful. The signing, Vera James Studio and Salons, so it's a wonderful thing. What's going on? I know that's right. What's going on? We're going to talk soon, Kim. I got some good news for you. I'm Team Casacello. Now that made my night. I'm Team Casacello. That's a good slogan. You need to tell people in your life, I'm Team Kim. You know what? I'm Team David. I'm Team Jeremy. That's good. That's a wonderful concept. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, love. I do. So you got to have it. Wait a minute. Mr. Walker said I'm ready. I can't even get it together. I'm trying to say it together. Already on the credit. I'm already on the credit diet. I feel good. That's it. You want to make sure you get that credit diet. Come on here, Mr. Lamar. All right, Mr. Harrison's in the house. You need a credit diet. I want to keep. That's what my main goal tonight is, to let you know, if you ever want to get in the 700 club, not only do you need to know those federal laws and codes, and if you don't know them, I'm supposed to know them, and I do. And whatever we don't know, I promise you, with my company, the way it's set up, I'm going to find out whatever legal precedents will help get those negative items, because I do two major things. I help remove it, and I push for it to be removed. Just like an attorney, if you get a speeding ticket and good and well that officer didn't like you, and we got all of these crazy officers, we're not talking about the good ones, we know there's a lot of bad ones out there, because I've had my run-in in Carolinas, I've had my run-ins in Florida, I've had my run-ins, God knows, in Atlanta. So at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you have credibility on your side. So you don't just want to it's as I said, and I know you might not like this, but I'm gonna put my 2 cents in it. Somebody said, well, the slaves were free a certain time, a long time ago, in the civil rights movement and all of that, but you still don't understand. We never should have been in bondage, or we never should have had to be free. When you were born, you should have been born free. It shouldn't have had to be a document or a bill to say that black people are free, or white people are free, or Puerto Rican people or biracial people are free. When you free, as the Bible said, you free indeed. So at the end of the day, whom the Son makes free, you free indeed. So you should have never. I don't agree with that. So when somebody tell me, well, we can't go back 400 years, but yeah, you can start today. And sometimes even the Bible says He's going to restore to you the years. He said, I'm going to restore. So that means the stuff I should have got, I need to get it back. I need to get the stuff back that was stolen from me, or the stuff that I just didn't get. All right. Because some stuff was stolen, but some stuff you never got. All right. So you do need the home. You do need the Lexus. You do need the Honda, whatever your level is. And don't keep up with nobody. Make sure that you have discipline in your mind, that purpose, that plan, so you can initiate that credit diet. Just like Mr. Walker said, he's already on the credit diet. So that means you monitor your spending habits. I promise you, anybody that's in the 700 clubs, you don't stay in the 700 clubs because you don't stay in the 700 clubs by just making frivolous choices, all right, or just frivolous moves. You got to make strategic moves, or as the people say, you got to make the money moves. And as I said to somebody the other day, it's just like Ludacris. I like that song. When I move, you move just like that. All right. When I move, you move just like that. You have to have discipline, and you got to have that credit diet. That credit diet is going to help you. I love that. I want to get some slogans with that because that's what I'm implementing to all of my clients. You want to make sure that you have that credit diet. Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Mr. William. Where you been? So at the end of the day, it is wonderful when you get that. It's one of those things. When you get credit. Get the credit diet, you have another level of thinking. And when you get the credit diet, it becomes a part of your daily routine. I have a good credit. Let me read this one. Clarence, he says, I have good credit, but I like for it to be much higher. Absolutely. That's why the show is on tonight. Absolutely. And so that's one thing that I've seen people, they get to a 650 or they get to a 640 and they decide, well, okay, you know what, I'm okay. But when I go through their credit report, I always find a whole lot of things that they miss, because here's another thing that helps you get into the 700 club. Even though the accounts are closed, and especially with student loans, even though the accounts are closed and sometimes zero is a lot better than a balance. Let me say that again. Zero is a lot better than a balance. But what happens, even if it's zero or whether it has a balance on it, if it is a closed account, you've already lost some points. And if it is still under the negative heading, like collections or something adverse, then it is still going to be calculated into your credit score every month. So you have to understand, you have to go through credit restoration to get those negative accounts, whether they're closed or whether they're open. If they're open, yes, it is aggressive to get them off. But if they're closed, it's still aggressive because the lenders want to play hardball. All they're concerned about is trying to get some type of money out of you. All right. All right. So you got to have that discipline with that credit diet. I'm telling you, welcome again, Kim. So the credit diet is going to help you because you start thinking, you know what, I could go by Zaxby or I could go by this, that, and the other. But you know what? I'm going to maybe eat some of those good leftovers, especially if you can cook like myself. Or if you've already did your budgeted your things for the week, and you got your budget and you got, some stuff that you can do, you want to make sure that you implement that, because what happens is it's going to help you get to your 700 club, and it's going to help you get to your goal much quicker. All right. Now, listen, I'm going to take a brief commercial, and I'm coming right back with a live testimony that one of my clients that was on the credit diet, and she has something phenomenal to say, and I'm going to play you that recording, and I hope this just encourages you, just lights a fire. So I'm going to play this commercial, and I'll be right back. Well, we're back. We're back. Thank you so much. This is the Live Credit Show, live with Costello James. And we're talking about the credit diet. We're talking about discipline and purpose. And we're talking about getting in the 700 Club. And we're talking about staying in the 700 Club. And let me say this. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube page, you simply want to go to YouTube and you want to hit that subscribe button and that like button. It is phenomenal. The content that we have, especially here on this live credit platform. So you want to make sure that you go to YouTube, type in Exceptional Credit Repair LLC, and I promise you, your life will be changed forever. Just hit the like button and subscribe. And y'all watch some of those videos and like it and give it thumbs up. Of course, we're trying to go to another level on YouTube. YouTube is a beast, but we're doing really good. And shout out to all of my new subscribers, on my channel. Thank you so very, very much for subscribing to the live credit show with Exceptional Credit Repair. And also, if you want to promote your business live on my particular credit show, then the Cash App, I do have the Cash App. If you want to sponsor one of the shows, if you want to see more content like this, most certainly the cash is the $ and just my first name. So if you want to donate to the show, I really appreciate it. It helps me, continue to travel around the country. It helps me, these hotels are not for free. And the airlines and the plane tickets are not for free. And the lightings and the equipment, but you know how it is when you're having a real live show. All right. So back to the topic tonight. Do you want a 700 credit score? And I like what the young man said about, he has a decent score and he has a high score, but he wants it higher. So the credit diet is what I suggest for many of you all and everybody, not just many people, but for everybody. But I have a young lady, her name is Jennifer, and Jennifer came to me as a referral. I did her cousin's credit, and of course, he had phenomenal results. And so he tells a lot of people, and so he told his cousin Jennifer. And so Jennifer called me, sweet young lady, hardworking. She's in the medical field, has a beautiful daughter, and so she's just as sweet. But just like anybody, she been through a series of events, and she's heard this about credit restoration or credit repair, and she's heard that. But I began to take out time with her. There was times she called me and she was just frustrated, and she was saying my major goal, she said, credit doctor, Costello, my major goal is, I want a home, just like many of us. You deserve that. Let me say this too, just like with Jennifer, you deserve the home that you want. Don't let anybody talk you out of your dream. Get away from those negative speaking people. My God, just mute them and get rid of them. That's it. Don't sit up there. Two things they need. They need the Lord and a therapist. Some of these jokers is just crazy. Ain't no need of sitting up, and as Anita Baker say, ain't no need of worrying. Just let those folks go. You can sometimes, even though I carry myself in a very professional manner, that still doesn't mean people just gonna respect me. People gonna do all kinds of, that's the climate that we live in. But you can guard your spirit and guard your heart, and you don't have to accept or address everything. Some conversations don't even dignify it with an answer. All right. And so Jennifer, what's going on, my sugar? What's going on? So, she when she called me, I was in a meeting, so I couldn't pick up. And so, but she left it on my voicemail, and I think I just want to play it for you because it is so sweet. It's so awesome. Such a major compliment. And she was just so emotional and so happy that she, got her particular big breakthrough. And so I'm just super proud of her. What's going on, Miss Powell? I love Miss Powell now. All right now. So, it is just, I'm just so elated. This is a real live client of mine. And I want to play you at this time what her response is, because seeing is believing, because some of y'all jokers don't believe nothing until you hear it or see it. All right. All right. So this is Jennifer, and she contacted me, and I hope all of you all can hear it.
Why are you not answering the phone? I have good news. I got my credit score up to 708. I got my pre-approvals in there, so I can have whatever I want. I got pre-approved for 370. But I'm not gonna get a house that much. But I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so overwhelmed and emotional right now, and I just wanted to share my joy with you because I have called and shared my anxiety and my frustration, and I did not want to not share this moment with you. Other than my daughter, the realtor, and the guy that ran my credit. You're the first person I had the opportunity to tell. So I just appreciate you so much. Please call me back. Bye.
Isn't that nice? Could y'all hear that? Could y'all hear that? Y'all want me to play it again? That is one of my clients. She got approved for $370,000. Is that not amazing? Shout out to Jennifer. Shout out to her. Thank you so much. You have been a joy, and I'm going to continue to make sure she get it. I want the ink sign on the contract. It is just amazing. All right. I'm going to play that one more time because some people, my phone has been blown off the hook and all of that stuff. So I want you to clearly hear it again, because this is when you go on that credit diet. That's what it is. The credit diet. That's when you control your spending habits and you stay focused on your purpose and goal. That is how you will be in the 700 club, and you will go higher and higher and higher. But this is a real life client that just got approved. Could you all hear it? Could you all hear it? I'm going to play it one more time.
Why are you not answering the phone? I have good news. I got my credit score up to 708. I got my pre-approvals, and then I can have whatever I want. I got pre-approved for 370, but I'm not gonna get a house that much. But I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so overwhelmed and emotional right now, and I just wanted to share my joy with you because I have called and shared my anxiety and my frustration, and I did not want to not share this moment with you. Other than my daughter, the realtor, and the guy that ran my credit. You're the first person I had the opportunity to tell. So I just appreciate you so much. Please call me back. Bye.
Is that not amazing? I know you might not know it, but if some people would just say congratulations, because Jennifer is watching this video and watching this show. Congratulations, dear heart. You have done simply amazing. Anything I asked her to do, she most certainly did it. And there was times I had to talk her back off the ledge. I remember on my way to Office Depot, and before I could get out the car, and she called me, and that's exactly how. Why are you not calling me? Call me back, please call. And she's so sweet as you can hear. And so congratulate, dear heart. Thank you so much for all that you did. It was a pleasure working with her, and she's still forever. And once you become my client, you're still going to be my client forever, even if your time is up, because you might come back for consulting, and many of them do. And then many of them come back because they're making major purpose. So it's almost like we're that family, and we're stuck together. Thank you, Mr. Doctor. What's going on? Dr. Royce, what's going on? I appreciate that. Yes, congratulations to Jennifer. You heard it yourself. I'm telling you, the way my system, it works. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that awesome? My God is awesome. All right. Can you imagine? And being in the 700 club, all right. And that's why I wanted to do this show tonight, is because she was approved for $370,000. That's a good chunk of change, baby. You can buy a nice home with that. My God, you can buy a good home with 250, 225. All right. Congratulations, Jennifer. All of this love we giving. Yes. I know it. You too. That's Jennifer, baby. So thank you so much, dear heart. That's Jennifer right now. You are family. All of us are sending much love to you, and congrats. I'm going to try to get her little pretty self on this so she can tell it herself. All right. So congratulations to her and her family. It's just phenomenal. We rejoice with people, especially when it's daytime, because we already know your time is coming. It is just amazing. It is just amazing. Listen, watch this right here. My credit is up from 340 to 560. So it's climbing. See what I'm talking about? It's climbing, doctor. I'm telling you, this is another one of my clients. It is climbing. That is a huge jump. It's a huge jump because you don't know what people have been through. And so you celebrate the success at your level. Don't you ever let anybody stop you from celebrating your success. The same way Jennifer made it, the same way Dr. Ross is making it, it's going to happen for you. You just got to stay the distance. Congratulations again, Jennifer. You made it. That is a big deal. Ishmael, thank you. So that is a big deal. Congrats. Here's Miss Powell. We're saying that everybody is just so happy. Here's Lamar saying it. Congratulations. Oh, so it will happen. So Mr. Walker, all of us are sending love to you, Jennifer. So you enjoy the process. Even when she gets those keys, it's just going to be phenomenal, and you deserve it. And that's what is going to happen. Same thing. Now this one right here, I have got to go to her house. When I tell you about this lady right here, I'm telling you, the new book, The Credit Diet. Oh, what, boy? You better hush. You in my stuff. You in my stuff. Lord, royal. I can't even say it. Royal Royce. That car, Rolls Royce. So you know what? Don't even start, because I'm telling you in my stuff. You're in my stuff, doctor, because I'm working on my second book now. So you're in my stuff. So it is just phenomenal. And this lady right here, I promise you, that's a promise. I'm saying it live on the show before we go, that when she gets her home, I'm going to her home, Lisa Williams, and I'm going to do my show there. I'm going to have all my equipment, and then we just going to take over. All right. And I'm coming to her home because this young lady, oh my God, what can I say? It has been phenomenal to see her growth and her progress. She went on the credit diet, and I promise you, it has taken her from one level to the next, and her score is still climbing. And I'm telling you, it's still climbing. So it is just phenomenal. It is just phenomenal. Sometimes when is my time, this my boyfriend plays with himself. What in the what? That's a myth. You know what? Like, now, I'm going to have to delete that kind of crazy stuff, honey. Some people is a time. The old nasty little devil done snuck in, honey. The lot of old nasty stuff that snuck in, honey. It's a time I'm going to have to block all that mess. That's why I got to have people block that mess. People crazy. All right. So, but anywho, it is just wonderful. It is just ridiculous, how the enemy tries to come in. But when I tell you, obedience does pay off. Obedience pays off. And, Jennifer is just, I'm super happy for her. So it is she's on, it's the truth, Mr. Lamar. I guess we needed a break, but these crazy people, they some nasty, or some old nasty degradation, old beanbag road lizard, that goat that got on this good old crazy show. This chick is on the wrong show. I told y'all, good. I'm glad now y'all seeing it yourself. They be sending me all this crazy stuff, and I be blocking them. I used to fuss them out and get mad and stuff, but now I just block them and roll with it. But they crazy. All right. So anywho, and I got my people on it, so it's just so it's just a time, people crazy. But anywho. Shout outs to Jennifer and her new home. So does anybody have any questions before we take off on tonight? That's right, brother. Absolutely. So does anybody have any credit questions, any type of question that you would like to ask on tonight? You want to find out any information concerning the 700 Club. All right. And if you have not got that book, oh God, said a mouthful. Okay. So if you have not got the book, it is live on Amazon.com. And you want to make sure that you go to Amazon and pick up your copy tonight. Pick it up tonight and make sure that you get that. It's certainly going to benefit your credit journey along with the credit diet. The credit diet, we're going to control our spending habits. And there's a lot of stores, even here in Atlanta, there's a whole lot of stuff that's not open up, and there's modified hours and different things of that nature. So you want to make sure some stuff we don't need anyway, some stuff that we need, we have discipline and we have a goal we're trying to achieve. All right. So anybody have any questions? Any questions? Let me see here. Student loans. Any questions? Let me see what this says. Yes. What is the best credit move to make after you file a Chapter 7? I love this, Deshaun. Man, I'm glad you asked that. I love that. Anybody that knows the credit doctor, I'm not a fan of bankruptcy because I like for clients to have the full information. Now, I don't know whether or not the person that did your bankruptcy told you this or not, but 9 times out of 10, even if you filed a Chapter 7 or 13, those two are the most common ones, but it is still going to be put on your credit report. The accounts will be listed as 0. And the first thing that you got to do, especially with bankruptcy's attorney, is to make sure that they list every negative thing, every one of them that's on your credit report. So it will still be listed as 0, but the verbiage, the writing on each account is going to say transfer due to Chapter 7, Chapter 11, Chapter 12. They're going to make a blanket statement like that. So it will still be considered, yes, it's zeroed out. But if you go to get major funding like 10,000, 20,000, they're going to still see on your credit report. I think if it's bankruptcy, it just needs to be taken off, wiped out, and then you don't have to go through those changes. But a lot of times, sometimes people will deny you because the bankruptcy, especially if it's brand new and it has not been discharged yet. Once it's been discharged, then those original lenders can't keep coming back after you. All right. So once it's been discharged, normally after 6 months or a year or whatever the time frame in your city or state, but most of the bankruptcy lawyers do not tell you that whenever you get ready to file for bankruptcy, it will go on your public record. So people still can pull it up. Now, can you buy a home with a bankruptcy on your credit? Yes, after it has been discharged and after it's been a couple of years or what have you. So it will kind of fade away as far as taking a whole lot of points away from you. But if that bankruptcy is there, normally your score will drop 40 or 50 points, and then you have to build up your credit profile. All right. So along with the credit diet, you still want to make those particular moves that's going to help give you the points that you lost. So the best thing to do is to go on the credit diet, make sure that you make strategic moves that'll help you build up your score, because it will go down after you file Chapter 7 or 13, but you can build it up. There is life after bankruptcy. So I do a little series about that. There's life after bankruptcy. So that's an excellent question. So the best move to make after you file bankruptcy is make sure that it was done right. Make sure that you put things, not just only secured cards. And especially, here's a helpful tip for you, Deshaun. If you have somebody that has excellent credit, I'm not talking about somebody that does pay their bills on time sometimes, but if they can put you on at least 2 or 3 of their particular credit cards or store cards that they pay on time, and they keep a low balance or 0 balance, that will significantly help your credit report, because it'll offset the drop in your score, and it will help your credit score as a whole. All right. So hopefully that information helped you. I saw somebody else. Public records is for 7 years. It could be Lamar. Mr. Lamar, it could be 7 years. It could be 10 years. I've seen public record things on your credit report sit up there until you decide, hey, enough is enough. So normally in certain cities and states, the statute of limitation is 7 to 10 years, because most lawyers will tell you that bankruptcy will stay on your credit up to 10 years. But I've seen bankruptcies be discharged and then they get removed. My company, we help to remove a lot of them by the legal language of the law, especially if it's already over the statute of limitations. If it's because I have several clients, that the bankruptcy was not done right anyway. So they first got a Chapter 7, and then whomever, they didn't get satisfaction or get the results that they want, then they got a Chapter 13. I've seen somebody get a Chapter 13, then turn around and get a Chapter 12. So it's almost like trying to wash one bankruptcy out with the other one, trying to get the rest of the stuff off. All right. So be very careful of that. But it can stay up there 7 years or up to 10 years. Okay, let's see. When applying for a loan, interest rate is going to be high. Yes, if you apply for a loan, it's depending on the loan, it's depending on what you get, and it's depending on where your credit is. If your credit is at a stable, if you're in the high 600s or the mid 600s, it's depending on what you apply for, and it's depending on everything that is the totality of what's on your credit report. So listen, and I'll say this to piggyback off that: don't just keep going by the 3-digit score, because let's just say you're in the 700 club. It doesn't guarantee you that you're going to get approved for everything. Come on, say it good. Say it good. That doesn't mean you're going to get approved for everything, because you can still be in the 700 club, but your balances are high. You can still be in the 700 club, but you still got high balances with your student loans. You could still be in the 700 club, but you still got closed accounts that have significant balances, like 3,000, 5,000, 4,000. It's closed, but you still think it's not affecting you. And that's when I will look at your credit report. It's good to have a credit advisor. If somebody would type that in for me, a credit advisor. So when I become the credit daddy, credit doctor, credit advisor, you don't want to make a move until we have a meeting of the minds. Now, I will applaud many of you do that. I get calls all the time, and before they buy houses, before they do cars. Now, you all do an excellent job with that. Now, I must say, shout out to all of my clients. They're not really doing too much, and they would text me, call me. It's almost like Olita Adams. Get here if you can. If you can reach me by caravan, if you can reach me by trailway, the airway, the busway, they're going to find me to ask me, listen, should I do this? And that is excellent. So you want to make sure and never apply for something and you don't know the background. Do your homework, do your background. So if you are applying for American Express, just know that those particular platinum and those gold cards, you do have an yearly fee, which is no joke. And I don't like them either, especially with my gold card. I don't like that annual fee. And then some of them have certain restrictions and stuff of that nature. And sometimes, American Express get on my nerves with this a lot of times. I'm team American Express, but they have that no set pre-spending limit, and they let you spend, and then they want you to pay, which you have to pay, but it's a lot more to it than what people see from the initial commercial or the just regular knowledge. Thank you so much, Deshaun. You better help me tonight. You better help me. Credit advisor. That's what I am, the credit daddy. Somebody call it credit daddy. That's what I'm talking about. Talk to daddy. All right. You got to have it. I'm trying to tell you, there go my Jennifer. All right. So it is the credit advisor. So once that I give you the green light, just like I did with Jennifer, I'm telling you, it will happen. I absolutely loved helping this young lady, because what happens is she had a goal. She had a plan. We had a plan, and we knew what the purpose was. The purpose was to get the house. We had a plan. She found me, and I was able to put something together, and with her discipline. Now, I'm going to tell you one thing I love about Jennifer that she did too. I said, Jennifer, we got to pay this off. We need to talk to the student loan people, and we need to call that department. Now, that is very frustrating. When you call Navia, because a lot of y'all know you got it. When you call the student loan in the government, it is very frustrating. And oh my God, because I know I'm way over and I got to go. But let me say this. A lot of times what happens is a lot of people don't realize that you get a regular customer service person. Hear me good. When you get a regular customer service person, they have limited advice. Lord, if you don't hear nothing else, they have limited advice. Miss Powell can tell you, we did this when I first started with her. I told her about LexisNexis, and I said, don't go by. If they tell you, no, you have to send this in. You got to send in some. I said, no, hang up, call back, get a different person. And she got a different response. All right. So sometimes it's going to frustrate you. And that's what the devil likes to do. He likes to frustrate you so he can get you to quit, but you can't quit. Somebody type in, don't quit. Don't quit. I don't care how frustrated you get. Go get you some ginger ale. I'm not lying to you. All right. Go get you a shot of ginger ale or something and get back in the race. All right. Get you some water. Do what you got to do. And I'm telling you, because the first time with Miss Powell, and I'm telling you, when she called that LexisNexis, am I right, Miss Powell? They told her no, she couldn't do it over the phone. I said, yes, Miss Powell, you can. I knew, what's going on, Pastor Givens. So I got the pastor in the house. I had a devil talking about some nasty stuff earlier. Oh, nasty devil. Lord, I'm sure this crazy. All right. So I need the pastor to pray. So at the end of the day, they told her no, she couldn't do it. But I know the process because I've been doing this 28 years. All right. You heard it from Miss Powell lips. All right. She was able to get through to that LexisNexis. All right. So it is a wonderful thing when you have that credit advisor. All right. Just over 94K. Okay, now let me say this, Deshaun. If you have over 94K in student loans, I suggest this is what I suggest. I suggest you call and find out what your interest rate is on every individual student loan, because you do know you got an interest rate. Some might be the same and some might be different. Some might be higher and some might be lower. And just find out all of the programs that are available to you and all of the options that are available to you. Because here's the simplistic thing about it. If your particular interest rate drop, then guess what's going to happen to that 94K? That money is going to drop. If your interest rate drop, then the 94K is going to drop. Okay. So make sure that you call them and do your due diligence. All right. Don't quit, because it is going to be phenomenal. And, you just want to make sure that you get to your goal. All right. I've enjoyed myself. Anybody else have any other questions before I call it quit? Because I know I'm long-winded, so I always keep saying I'm trying to keep the show at least an hour or 45 minutes. But when you're having fun, time goes by. All right. So it's one of those things, the purpose, the plan. All right. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. That's what the show is all about. This information is certainly free. And like I said before, if you want to keep this show going, y'all drop a brother some Cash App. That's Cash App is on the screen there. If you need to get in contact with me, and you're trying to buy a home, you can certainly reach me at EC. Now that's the number of my company. The ECR is just abbreviation for Exceptional Credit Repair. But you can always get in contact with me at 786-213-1087. Now, don't call me or I have people call me and say, well, I didn't have your number. And I'm thinking, well, you're talking to me on the phone. How did you get that? People, is a time, as you saw tonight. John, I can't believe that chick done jumped up here with that nasty mess. I'm trying to tell you, they be trying to blame it all on me and talking about the men nasty, but they some freaky women. All right, do you, boo? Do what you do. Do what you do. Thank you, Mr. Walker. I rocks with you, Mr. Walker. You all right with me? I like to have a good time. He does, as I do. Come on, tell him. Come on, tell him. I promise you, I will call you back. If I don't call you back right then, I promise you, because I like a call back too. All right. So, yes, I promise you, I will call you back. Come on, COVID-19. All right. It is zero interest due to COVID-19. Come on here. I'm telling y'all, call those student loans. Student loans are messing up people. And let me say this, because I'm looking at homes and all of that stuff, but you can get to the table. And if you do some crazy stuff or don't do your due diligence before you get ready to close on that home, you don't want anything to arise with your earnest money and your savings. Make sure you have that savings in the bank. So when it comes down to your down payment or your closing costs. Now, for me, I have to do conventional because my score is high, thank the Lord, and because my credit is exceptional. So I'm going to do conventional because it's more beneficial for me than the FHA. But now, if the FHA was beneficial, of course, I would do that. But the conventional loan is a little bit better for me because I want the option whether or not I want to have the homeowner's insurance on, as Eric and Lewis has taught us even more, in this month. So at the end of the day, I want that option. And I'm not saying don't get the homeowner's insurance, because God knows you need it, especially if you're in Florida, you need flood insurance and yada, yada, yada. So you do what's best for you and your family. And I want to go back. Let's just say if I don't get it initially because I just bought the home or whatever, maybe I'm going to go back at a later date and put it up there. So, you definitely want to make sure. Thank you, Xavier, Mr. Cox. Thank you. I appreciate that. So at the end of the day, you want to make sure what's going on, mother. I need some lemonade. What's going on? Mrs. Senior. All right. That's mother. Thank you so much for joining me. Love you. So you want to make sure that you actually do those things that's going to be beneficial for you and your credit portfolio. So make sure that when you get ready to do your particular business concerning your home, if you're getting ready to buy the home, different things of that nature, don't make any crazy moves that might mess up the deal, because you do have to have that savings, as I was saying, your savings, and you want to make sure if you go with FHA, your down payment, and you want to make sure that you have your closing costs. All right. But your realtor and the mortgage company, all of us are going to work together. All right. Because I started off first getting everything right, just like we did with Jennifer. And then we pass it to the mortgage broker so they can qualify you for your home. And hey, then the sky's the limit. All right. So it is time for me to get out of here. I hate to go. I've had a wonderful time tonight. I hope you have as well. I can take one more question if anybody else has a question, but you want to make sure, I want you to do this for me. If everybody would do this for me, please type in credit diet. I want you to get that. It's the credit diet. The credit diet means that you're going to control your spending habits. You're going to control your spending habits. If you're trying to buy a new car, you need the credit diet. If you're trying to buy a new home, you need the credit diet. If you're trying to get that lucrative credit card with Discover, you need the credit diet. If you're tired of your sons and your daughters, you need to teach them this particular process, because as they grow up, the credit diet is going to be their best friend. Please help me. I need some more people to type it in for it. I need you to type it in, because the more you say it, the more you type it, the more you say a thing, the more you become a thing. So that's why I don't like a lot of negative around me. I don't want people to speak negative like that, because when you are intelligent, if you keep speaking intelligent, if you keep speaking prosperity, if you keep speaking excellent, you will come into that thing. The credit diet, it helps you to control those spending habits. I need a little bit more people to type it in for me. We got on Facebook and YouTube. You that are on YouTube, you that are on Facebook, type it in, the credit diet. Because I'm telling you, if you just do this, I'm telling you, you will get a miracle like never before. What is a miracle? A miracle is a supernatural divine act that only God can do. It is not natural. When we say supernatural, when you just say something happened and something happened in the natural, it can be a natural event. But when it's something that's unexplainable, there it is. When it's unexplainable, that is supernatural. It is just unexplainable for a heart to stop and they completely pronounce that person dead, but all of a sudden, bam, it started beating again, and it started beating as if they were 16 years old. That is a supernatural miracle. It is unexplainable that if they said, well, I can't believe you sitting up in a brand new 4-bedroom house, 3,000 square feet, and I know your credit was just tore up a year ago. What in the world did you do? You tell them I went on a credit diet. Oh, yeah, I'm trying not to be too loud in this good hotel, but I tear it up because I done paid for this room. All right. So the credit diet, I need some more people to type it. If you're listening at me right now, get that in your spirit tonight, because we need that credit diet. I promise you, you're going to be, I started to buy something today. I started to buy some other stuff today. And I said, I don't need that, because I'm on the credit diet. Because you know what? Then that $40 I was able to keep. And another thing we're getting ready to do, we're getting ready to on Tuesday nights, and I'm going to implement this before the year is out. Every Tuesday night, the minimum. One time I did it years ago with just $10, but this particular when we get ready to start it, we're going to start doing the savings. And what the savings is going to do is help you build that savings. You can't touch it. I don't care if you need this, if you need that, or if something comes up in your family, even if the lights need to be paid, you can't touch that savings. And the minimum requirements to do that particular, we're going to do it every Tuesday. And when I started, the minimum is going to be $30. All right. It's going to be $30. We're old Trinity offering for the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. All right. So we're going to do it. And it's good. You can put more than $30. Sometimes I put 130. Sometimes I put 60. Sometimes, but you make sure you can put 40 in there, 50, just long as you do the minimum. And I'm telling you, by the end of the year, you that are trying to buy a home, you that want the refrigerator, this credit diet, it works. I'm telling you. And if you do that, you will see great significance. Matter of fact, I have had savings when I say, oh yeah, I forgot I got that money over there. And that's exactly how it works. Oh, thank you, Sheila. You know I appreciate you. You know I appreciate you. All right. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. I went on the credit diet, called you. Yes, Lord. She did. And I said, Lisa, we need to do this. Don't touch them credit cards. Am I lying, Lisa? Because I'm telling you, it works. It works. It works. Now, we're not saying that, hey, you can't go to Miami after this COVID-19, because I'm going to tell you right now, I don't let these people be breathing and do all that stuff. I don't be doing the crowd stuff anymore, because I never really did, unless it's my seminars and stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm not saying you cannot at all enjoy life. Yes, you're going to be able to buy earrings. Yes, you're going to be able to buy groceries. Yes, you're going to be able to put gas in your car. Yes, yes, yes. You're going to do all of that stuff. We're not talking about that. What we're talking about is getting in the 700 club and maintaining that and going even higher. You want to build on that 700, and then you're going to keep going higher. Many of you will hit the 800s. You will. I'm telling you right now, you will hit that 800. You're going to scream when you see your score 780. You're going to scream when you, just like Mr. Walker. I'm telling you, he cannot be in a low credit bracket with the lifestyle that he lives and with the future that he has. Now, I'm telling you right now, this young man right here, this particular young man is on point. So there is no way, Mr. Walker, you might not know him, but I do. And to know him and to know all of his dreams and aspirations, there's no way he can, live a life and live it to the fullness in the 500 or just in the 600s. And wherever you at, that's fine. We had a person today that says, hey, they went from 300 all the way to 580. That's a great accomplishment. And see, they're moving. They're moving. They're moving because you know why? Is because they take out the time to make sure that they listen, and they got the purpose, they got the plan, they got the discipline, as I said, and they follow those rules. I'm telling you. So at the end of the day, this credit diet works. So I hope that has blessed you all tonight. I hope that, I wasn't trying to get churchy on you, but it's just what I do. All right. Listen, if you've enjoyed the show, again, you can cash app me. All we do is ask, we ain't in the begging business, but you can cash app. I don't care if it's $5. I don't care if it's $20. It'll help buy lights. It'll help buy, whatever we need to buy concerning this show. It is super amazing. All right. Let me see right here. I received that. You about to throw your hands up and tell them I received. All right. You better receive it. Deshaun, you're all right with me. Thank you so much. I'm telling you, you will get there. You will get there. And I told somebody, I've been telling people for years, if you can't hear truth in my voice, I don't know. Some people are just going to be skeptics and doubting Thomases. But I know what I know. I don't know everything, but I know a whole lot of things. All right. And I promise you, it is going to be marketplace minister. It's the truth. All right. So at the end of the day, it is going to be phenomenal. It is just going to be supernatural for you. And you're going to see things happen that don't normally happen. And one thing I do know about life, things will happen in your life and throw you a hard ball and throw you some tough times, but you hang in there. You hang in there and things are going to be okay. Because I bet you didn't know, and people look at me right now, but they don't know that I slept in my barbershop. I slept in my barbershop almost 3 years, and people didn't know it. I had to get dressed in my barbershop. I had a nice big old Mercedes, and it's not that I couldn't get an apartment. I had a wonderful townhome, but I had 3 businesses at the time, and there was no way I could pay for those 3 businesses. I had a barbershop. I had some other business going on, so I couldn't pay for. I heard some cash app drop. I heard some cash app, baby. I heard some cash app. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sheila. Thank you, Dobbins, supporting the show. Thank you. All right. So I slept in my barbershop for 3 years, almost 3 years. And so I had to get dressed there. I didn't have my stoves because, I like to cook. So I didn't have that. And nobody really knew. I wasn't trying to hide it, but I'm just a private person. So it wasn't everybody's business. And I didn't want anybody feeling sorry for me because I sure wasn't going to their house to live. You see that freaky comment we got. So, people crazy. So I wasn't going to live with them. And so I slept in there. Why did you sleep in the barbershop? Why didn't you go home to your mom's house? Your mom has a nice old house. Why didn't you go to your mom's house? Why didn't you go stay with your buddy? Why didn't you go stay at David's house? Why didn't you go do this, that, and the other? I chose to go through my process so I would be self-sufficient, needing no aid. I would be self-sufficient. I stuck it out. Yeah, I had good times there. I had the whole shop there. I had to do what I had to do. I had my little hot plate there. I would go and get me a piece of chicken. I would go to the gym. Didn't nobody know. Matter of fact, I would park my car around my facility, and in the morning I'd drive it around the front, just like I pulled up at night, because I used to start at 9 o'clock cutting hair all the time. But at the end of the day, I went through that because I had a purpose and I had plan. I had a purpose, and my purpose was I don't ever want to have bad credit. I want to be able to sign my name and get any type of thing that I need here on earth, from houses, cars, credit cards, anything, food, whatever I need. I didn't want to have to run to my mama. And thank God that my mom taught me that, is because then my mom passed away 3 years ago. And I'm telling you, for all of you young people, and your mothers and your fathers are your crutch, that's a good thing. But you better learn what your mama do. You better learn what your daddy do. You got to learn what your God daddy do. And you got to learn the things that you're seeing right now. I know this ain't drop it like it's hot, and I'm laughing about that comment, but this ain't VH1 show. So I know we're talking about finances and credit, but this is what's going to sustain you. Because CNN is already talking about the cases of COVID-19 rising. What if they shut it all down again? What if they have no choice but to shut it all down, and we back at the house and it's worse than what it was in March and April? So you got to understand, you need something that you can fall back on, because when the hard times come, if you've had stuff stored up, if you've had stuff that you put away for that hard time, then hard times, it might be hard times for somebody else, but it's enjoyable times for you because you prepared yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. You got to prepare yourself. Like Dale Coley used to sing the song, "He's preparing me." You got to prepare yourself. All right. You got to, because I'm telling you, if you don't, ain't many people. Who can you call and say, give me $10,000? That's what I would ask you right now. Who can you call right now? Do you know anybody? Now don't talk about you can call me. And somebody gonna say, I can call Jesus. Yeah, you better call him. See my glory. But you don't know my story. All right, all the things that I've been through, you don't know my pain or what I had to go through to get here. I'm telling you, you can't figure it out. I love that song. A lot of people don't know your story, and they don't understand what you've had to go through to get to the place. And so that's why when Jennifer gets that house, you celebrate it. And don't even talk, don't even address, don't worry about your haters, don't worry about your first cousin. Well, yeah, it's nice, but in my room, because you always got those one-uppers. If you get a 4-bedroom, they say, but yeah, I got a 5-bedroom. You've been to Europe, they've been to Spain. If you've been to Africa, they've been to Cuba, whatever. They always gonna try to say they got more than you. All right. So you got to get it. And I thank God every day that my mom was a strong, sophisticated businesswoman, and she didn't take no junk. I'm gonna say it just like that. Not Alice Faye James. No, Pamela, not my mom. All right. So I'm grateful that I can make it anywhere. All right. Now, my last announcement, I was going to make this announcement when I got here to Atlanta, because I've been doing business. I got a brand new barbershop, and I'm going to show you the commercial and all that stuff later at a later date. But I'm relocating everything. There was some stuff I'd never closed, even when I moved to Texas. But I'm actually officially going to be, Atlanta will be my home. I'm going to get somewhere and sit down. Sat down. I can hear mama say, boy, but you got to do what you got to do. You got to experience things. Texas was nice, but it just didn't feel like home for me. And so the one thing I do know, you got to go wherever your heart is. You got to go wherever your dream is. If your dream is in California, if it's in New York, wherever you want to live and wherever you want to do your business. And I have business all over the country, but I will be relocating. All right, I'm making this public. So my last official time in Dallas, Texas, living there will be the end of July. So I'll be relocated back to Atlanta. So everybody is just happy. I've been running into old clients, and I'm going to do a video about my new barbershop. So yay! I'm excited about that. And you know, people that I know here. So welcome here to Atlanta. All right now. Welcome. Like the usher. I like a good usher when I go to the temple. I like it when I go. All right, you've been qualified to advance. All right. Deshaun, you're a good encourager. Wonderful. So it's a great thing. And you know, you're gonna be I'm gonna be super excited about it. I'll be here. And so that's my major announcement. All right, and I got to go because I know I'm way over my time. And so I'm coming back. So Kim, yes, I got you. Matter of fact, here it is, Kim. Here it is. I got you. Because that's my announcement. So I was holding it to the end of the show. Hold on so I can see. I got so happy I can't see. There it is, Kim. There it is. 786-213-1087. Call your boy. All right. If you want to sign up, it's only $300. That's for 3 months. My program goes into 3-month increments. So it's for 3 months credit restoration, as I call it. You know, I'm going to help you build that credit profile. You will be on a credit diet. And you also will get your dream, just like you heard that live recording. If you did miss that live recording, you certainly want to go back and watch the show again. And tell your friends, share this show, share this video. If you're on Facebook, share it. If you're on YouTube, share this video. Everybody needs to see this video across the country. We need that credit diet. All right. So it is just simply amazing. The things that are going on with me. I'm happy. I will be back in Atlanta. Kim, I know that's right. This is a wonderful. Now, let me tell you something. See, Kim is an intellectual. You can tell she's beautiful. Just got it going on, handles her own business. So she don't want nobody approaching her any kind of way. You have to step to these type of young ladies correct. Have your stuff together. When you talking about you like somebody, and listen, let me say this because I said this to, I alluded to say this to some people. I can't tell you all the business. But at the end of the day, you know, I don't run after people that's not running after me. And I certainly don't want to hook up with somebody that's going to bring everything that I got going on down. And so that's how it is. Make wise strategic moves, whether it's male, female, whatever your preference is. Don't hook up with no deadbeat. Now, if he or she is like George Jefferson and eventually they're going to move on up to the east side, work with them. Somebody holler, touch your neighbor, holler, work with them. Work it. Now, if they're going to do like George did, then you can work with them. But if they deadbeat, won't you co-sign? Can you co-sign for me an iPhone? Is you crazy? Not are you crazy, but is you crazy? I ain't co-signing for no phone. That's in my book. No co-signing. All right. You need to call the credit advisor. You need to call the credit doctor so you can get your credit together, get your $300. Well, can you loan me the $300? No, I'm going to take you down here. You know, at Home Depot, they got some areas where you can just stand out there in the morning and you can help do construction and stuff. Get those lazy people off of you. Get them off of you. All right. Because they're going to always want you to do stuff. They're going to always want you to do this, that, and the other. All right. So it's a time. The number for the Cash App, you want to make sure. Let me see. Just go to Cash App, and it's right there, Kim. Make sure it's the $ in Casacello. It's the dollar symbol in Casacello. Because there was another one up there that was kind of similar to mine's, but make sure it's the dollar symbol in Casacello. So when you go on, you should see me up there. It's a flyer with me and some other little shirt. All right. So it's the dollar symbol in Casacello. I can't remember which one it is. I think it's it should be this number, Kim. I'm not sure, but I know if you get it, that dollar symbol, it will be that. Matter of fact, let me see, because I want to make sure. Hold on, Kim. Let me make it sure. Let me see. Y'all know I'm trying to learn all this technology stuff. Let me see. I can't pull it up. I'm trying to see. No, don't want that. Let me see. Oh, it's 678. 678. So it's this number, Kim. It sure is. I'm sorry, honey. It is 678-879-8243. Okay, so it's that number, Kim. 678-879. Sometimes they doesn't work. All right. All right. So they already called me. So, but you will get it because I promise you, if you just type in the dollar sign, it's there on the screen, the dollar sign in Casacello, and it should come up. All right. So if you actually want to donate to the show, that'll be amazing too. All right. So the credit restoration is $300 to sign up. It's gonna really supernaturally bless your life and all that good stuff. But that's my announcement. Yes, mother, I'm moving back. I'll be back. I got some opportunities. I've had wonderful business meetings here, and I've got some old contracts back and different things of that nature. So I'm moving back to. I will officially be back the end. I already know my niece is gonna be happy. So I will so I will be back in Atlanta, Georgia. I don't know. Atlanta, for me, I know people, they say all kinds of things about Atlanta, and it's many things. Yes, it is. But home is just wherever you make it. I'm an East Coast kind of person. All right. Thank you so much for your donations and all of that. So it's the dollar symbol in Casacello, not anything else. So it just only should be the dollar symbol in Casacello, and it will come up. All right. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome anytime. All right, y'all, I'm going to get out of here because I keep talking. Now, do anybody have one more quick question? Ask me one more quick question. I can answer it. If you want to know anything about maybe something's going on with your credit or anything of that nature, and I'm going to get out of here. All right. So if you got one more quick question, if not, I'm going to beeline it out of here and have me some late dinner and just chill out and relax with all this stuff. I love all this kind of carrying on. They got all of these other businesses across the street and stuff. I like to be up high when I'm in the hotel. I don't like being on the first floor. All right. So, but if anything break out, I can get up out of here. All right. And listen, don't forget to get your copy of my brand new book. It is going to really be supernatural for you. And it's going to help you with that credit diet. So it's Teach Me How to Fix My Credit. And another thing is too, somebody told me, look, I done bought about 10 of those books and I'm still buying them because I'm giving them to everybody that I know. I appreciate that. All right. I really appreciate that. So thank you so much for all of the support. Thank you for the donations. You can still donate to the show. Even after the show goes off, you can still donate to the show. All right. I got to get out of here because they already said I'm long-winded. They be like, oh, Lord, you really good. And there go Kim. Thank you, 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 Kim. I heard that jingle jangle, baby. That's going to help us buy some more stuff. And I will say this, if you are efficient, if you are, all right, wonderful. Thank you, Deshaun. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Listen, if you know how to do social media marketing, I'm looking for a good, stylish assistant. All right, male or female. But, if you're a male, I want you to bring it because I'm actually getting ready to hire me a brand new assistant. But I need you to know something about Microsoft, and I need you to know something about Excel. I need you to know a little bit or know something about flyers. I need you to know how to maneuver with all of this social media stuff. All right, because I'm looking to hire. So if you're in the Atlanta area, because I need you to be here with me when we're running and doing conferences and different things of that nature. So I will put that out there. So if you needing, some employment, it's not going to be $1 billion, but it is worth your time. All right. So I'm getting ready to hire me a brand new assistant. So I'm going to put that out there. You can certainly get in contact with me and you can kind of send me a little hello, or you can send me a little word or something directly on my business line. And just shout out to that particular number, which is my business number, 786-213-1087, 786-213-1087. All right. And also, Sheila, if you would do me one last favor, put this down. My email address is ecrepairnow@gmail.com. ecrepairnow@gmail.com. Here it is right there. ecrepairnow. Matter of fact, I'm going to make it bigger for you. Here it is. ecrepairnow@gmail.com. EC, all of it is lowercase letters, ecrepairnow@gmail.com. And that is me, of course, your host, Casacello. And that is our fee for our credit restoration. But if you would like to apply for that assistant job, I'll go into more details about it. But it is going to be very lucrative. You're going to get a lot of bonuses. One bonus you will get, if you need credit restoration, you will get it absolutely free. For by the time that you're working for me, you're gonna have excellent credit and you will get it free. Any questions, any disputing process, any type of consulting you need, you will get it absolutely free. So that's a big bonus. You're gonna, whether it's personal credit and business, you will get personal and business credit. If you have your own business, I'm gonna help you lucrative build that as well. You get all of that absolutely free. Isn't that amazing? So that's gonna be good. So I'm looking for a really sharp assistant. If you're in Atlanta, thank you, Sheila. So if you're in Atlanta, Georgia, email me at ecrepairnow@gmail.com. ecrepairnow@gmail.com. Well, you all, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. I got to get out of here. I just enjoyed myself. The credit diet is a must. I will see you next Tuesday night. I'll be back in Dallas. All right, Texas, you still off the hook. I've made some connections there. There have been some people there. I just need me. There've been some people there that I've really enjoyed, and it was an experience there. I was there for a little while, long enough to know, hey, I just prefer Atlanta. All right. So until next time, this is yours truly, your boy. Meet me back here next Tuesday night, 9 o'clock East Coast time, for our live credit show. I'll see you soon.